Hi, in this video, we will talk about hash map. Okay, so what is hash map? We'll discuss all these things in this video. So hash map comes under map. So this is a class, map implemented class is called hash map. So what is hash map? To represent a group of objects as key value pairs, then we should go for hash map. So the same thing we saw for the map also, but the same thing, it is implementing the map, right? So the same information, same definition. So key value pairs, then we'll go for hash map. The underlying data structure is hash table. So underlying data structure for the hash map is hash table. Duplicate keys are not allowed. Okay, that we already discussed in the map. Duplicate keys are not allowed. Duplicate values are allowed, right? So insertion order is not preserved and it is based on hash code values of the keys. Okay, we cannot predict like how it will be stored. It will be depends upon the hash code values of keys, not values. Okay, so heterogeneous objects are allowed for both keys and values. Okay, we can give different type of values. Null insertion is possible for key only once, as duplicate keys are not nulled. Right. So whatever it is null, it is applicable, but only one time. The reason is, so if you try to give that, it will become duplicate key, right? So because of that, it will not accept. It accepts only once. Null insertion is possible for values any number of times. The reason is duplicate values are allowed for values, right? Because of that, you can insert null values more than once. So this is best suit for search operation. If you want to, if your primary thing is search operation, then you can go for hash map. Okay. So this is all the basic information about the hash map. So now we'll see what are the constructors available in hash map. So hash map is called new hash map basic constructor. So it will create an empty hash map object with the default initial capacity 16 and default fill ratio is 0.75. Means, so if it filled with, if it fills 0.75, I mean 75% of this capacity, then we will try to create another hash map. Okay. So another one is the same thing, hash map. Hash map is got a new hash map, but here we'll mention initial capacity. So it will create an empty hash map object with specified initial capacity. Means apart from 16, you can give 20, 30, 40, whatever it is, you can give. And again, the default fill ratio will be 0.75 means if you reach 75% of that, then it will create another hash map. So it is an efficient way if you know the capacity, right? Instead of creating new hash map, so we can directly mention the capacity, then we can use at a time. Okay, so single shot. So another one, hash map is called new hash map, int initial capacity and float fill ratio. So default fill ratio is 0.75. Here you can give your own 0.5, 0.95, 0.99, so something like that. Okay, that is also available here. So another one is hash map. Hash map is called a new hash map of, you can give another map to this. Okay, we have seen the same concept in collection. So collection C. So the same way for the map, you can add another map. So it creates an equivalent hash map object for the specified map object. And this constructor will be helpful for interconversion between map objects. Okay. So now we see with one example how hash map will work. Okay, for that, let me go to Visual Studio Code. So here I created hash map demo. Okay. So this is also from the java.util package only. So hash map hm is equals to new hash map. Okay, I took default constructor. So now I'll try to add elements. Okay, so how you can add elements? Dot put method, not add method, put method. So I'll say apple and 1200. Okay, so hm dot put. So let me take this one. The second one I can say Samsung. This is $1,000, something like that. So Nokia, what is that? 300. The next is Sony, 800. Okay. So again, I'll put null, comma, something like 100. So null insertion is possible, right? So because of that key, only once. Okay. And I'll say Vivo null value. So Oppo null value, right? So means only one null value for key. So here I as the values I have given more than once, right? So it is possible. So now we'll try to print this map. So how it will be? So previously collection is in these brackets, right? Square brackets. This is in the curly brackets. Okay, it will be in the curly brackets. And here what is that? Insertion order is not preserved. We don't know how it will add. Okay, so if you try to execute this hashmap demo, java hashmap demo.java, you see that this is how it added the values. Let me paste here. You see that first I added Apple, then Samsung, then Nokia, then Sony. Sony is the fourth entry actually. But here you see the first one, Sony is equals to 800, null is equals to 100, Apple is equals to 200, Vivo is equal to null, Oppo equal to null, Samsung equal to null, Nokia is equal to 300. This is how it will add. The reason is it is in the curly braces and insertion order is not preserved. Okay, so that is how it will print. Now update the value. Okay, how you can update the value? So let me system.out.println hm.put of again Nokia, comma, I made it 500. Okay, same, but if you try to give the means Nokia is already element is the key is there. You're trying to give the duplicate, then what will happen? It will replace this 300 to 500 and it will give me back 300. Output is 300 and it will update. So because of that, let me take this one and print again. So now we'll see what is the latest value of Nokia. You see that first time this one, it replaced, so it returns the old value. So returns old value. Okay. Updates new value and then returns old value. Right, that is what happened. And you see previously Nokia is 300, now Nokia is 500 new value. It got updated. Okay. So now I want to, so let me go here. Now what we'll see, get all the keys, right? Get all the keys. So keys, how it will be? hm dot, sorry, key set, right? And what is the return type of this one? Set, that we already discussed. Set s is equals to hm dot key set. So if now I try to print this one. Okay, so it will be set. Set means it will be inside the curly braces, right? Something like this. So let me execute and see. Sorry, set, right? It's not map. Sorry. So it will be in the curly braces only. So you see that only keys: Sony, null, Apple, Vivo, Oppo, Samsung, Nokia. Only we got keys. Now I want values also. Okay, get all the values. So that is hm dot values. And we saw, right, this is collection C is equals to. Okay. So again, I'll print C. Here also, collection also will be in the this square brackets only, right? So now I need to get all the values in the form of collection. You see that 800, 100, 1200, null, 1500. I got only values with the help of values method. Now what I can do, I want entries. Get all the entries. So we already saw what is that hm dot entry set. Okay, hm dot entry set. Again it will return what? Set. So I'll give s1, otherwise entry set, something like that. Now I'll try to print this one. So again it will be set. Because of that, in the square brackets only you'll get the output. So let me execute and see the output. You see that all the entries. Now what is the difference between this one and this one? Only difference is it is in the curly braces, it is in the square brackets. Only that is the difference, because this is returning map and this is set. Okay, that's what. And now I want to get one by one value. Okay, I want to get one by one value. So how it will be? So for that we'll use iterator. ITR is equals to ES. We need to iterate over what? Entry set. Okay, so we can iterate over entry set only. We can directly give hm dot, sorry, ES dot iterator. Okay, so here while ITR dot has next. So we have seen all these things in our, these are all cursors, right? Iterator is a cursor, right? We already discussed in our previous video. So now what is that entry? We need to get first entries, right? So that is, this is inside the map. Inside the map you have entry interface. Map dot entry m is equals to, so iter dot next. So this I need to convert to the typecast to this one, entry, map dot entry again. So the value which I'm getting also should be map dot entry, right? So because of the time, what I'm doing, converting to map dot entry, typecasting. So now I'll try to print the system dot out dot print ln. So now you have inside the m is an entry, special entry, right? One entry. Entry means key value pair, right? So key value. So for that we have m is a entry. So otherwise you can say entry. Okay. So now entry dot get key is a method to get the key only. So plus, just I'll give three this one, and I'll try to print value. What is that? Entry dot get value. For the value we have get value, for the key we have get key. Okay, now I will try to execute this and we'll see how it will be. You see that key value one by one I'm getting, right? We were able to print all those things. Now I want to do one more thing. While iterating this way, we have one more method called what? Set value, right? Inside the, so what you say, inside the entry interface, we have get key, get value, and then set value, right? Where you can set value, if entry dot get key is equals to apple. If it is apple, then change the value of that entry dot set value to 1500. Okay, now we'll try to print this one after updating. System dot out dot print ln hashmap. Okay, so let me, okay, so after updating, I'm trying to print. I need to see what is the value of apple now. Okay, let me go and execute. What is the apple value now? 1200. It should become 1500. So where is the apple? You see that apple is 1500. Before updating, this 1200. After that, 1500. It is updated successfully. So with the help of set value, you can change the value of any entry value, only value, set value according to your key. Okay, so other methods are, we have so many other methods that you can add map to the map, hash map to another map. So all these things we can do very similar, but this is very important. So add elements, update the value, get all the keys, get all the values, all the entries, one by one value, you see. Okay, so this is all about hash map. So what could be the possible interview questions from here? What is hash map in Java, and what are the different constructors available in hash map? Okay, so they can ask what is entry also in the hash map. So key value pair, one key value pair is entry. Okay, so that's all in this video. Thank you.